Here's the problem that we'll use to discuss multiplying a whole number by a fraction. We'll use the whole number 3 and the fraction 2/5 and show that that's the same as 6 times the unit fraction 1/5, and that either one of these is the same as the fraction 6/5. In general, later we will expand on this when we get to the procedure slide and talk about any whole number times any fraction and how that becomes this expression n times a over b. We'll begin though with an area model or a bar model, and we'll represent one whole unit as this green rectangle. If we split this into 5 equal parts, then each one of these parts is equal to 1/5 of the whole. It represents 1 out of 5, so it's 1/5 of the whole, and we write that symbolically as the 1 over 5. Well, what we're interested in is this number 2/5 to begin with, and so if this represents 1/5, then 2/5 would be represented by 2 of these smaller blocks, or this blue shaded region. This represents 2/5 of that whole. And now the idea is to multiply that by 3 times 2/5. Well, to do that we can replicate this 2 more times. So there's 2 more versions of 2/5, and the blue shaded region represents 3 times 2/5. Well, we can also write that, notice, as 3 with a parentheses 2/5. We want students to be comfortable with either notation here. If we count these up, we see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these 1/5 size units. So 3 of the 2/5 size units is the same as 6 of the 1/5 or unit fraction. We can explode that out and see this pictorially this way. Each of these fifths is one of these here, and we've got 6 of them. So this is equal to 6 times 1/5, also written this way with the parentheses, which equals 6/5. So you'll see in this example that we've used images to introduce the concept, a couple of facts that, for example, 3 times 2 is equal to 6, a little bit of language, but not much, and not much in the way of procedure. This is really heavy on images and concepts to really understand what's going on. What is 1/5? What is 2/5? What is multiplying by 3? It's repeating 3 times. And then rearranging things to get that and see that that's equal to 6/5.